Elon Musk dropped the bombshell that Twitter would be switching to X just mere hours before it officially happened. After this, he tweeted out to the Twitterverse or Xverse, asking them to submit logos, and if he liked one of them, he would use it as the logo for X. Elon released this logo. Is it any good? Is it better than the iconic Twitter bird? Well, no, not exactly. But it's not that simple. First, let's talk about the Twitter logo. The trio of Martin Grassier, Todd Waterbury, and Angie Chi, I apologize if I butchered any of your names, created this logo in 2012. According to Grassier's recent tweet storm or X storm, the logo was designed to be simple, balanced, and legible at small sizes, kind of like a lowercase e. Those attributes are desirable in any logo in today's digital world due to the small sizes of things such as favicons. You never know how small the logo is going to be seen. Martin also said that they had no brief. They just knew that it needed to be a bird, and they wanted it to be as good as Apple and Nike. Now, the reason that Jack Dorsey chose Apple and Nike to mention is because these logos are iconic. Just about anybody in the world can recognize these logos. They are made up of circles, and they use the golden ratio, which is an entirely different discussion in of itself. Just know that the golden ratio is a proportion between two shapes that is approximately 1.618. It's argued that the golden ratio is pleasing to the eye because it's found in nature, and this is proven in things such as leaves, pine cones, and the patterns on sunflowers. Architects and artists such as Salvador Dali used this method throughout their entire career. It's used commonly in graphic design too. Some famous examples of this are Apple, Google, BP, Firefox, and yes, Twitter. The Twitter icon achieved the task of becoming as good as Nike and Apple. Despite the chaotic nature of your average conversation on Twitter, I've always been a huge fan of the logo and the branding itself. Now let's talk about X. To talk about it, we need to acknowledge what it's becoming though. Elon said in 2022 that he wants to, quote, create X, the everything app, which can be best described as a North American comparison to WeChat. It's huge in Asia and especially China. Musk wants X to be the Swiss Army knife of apps, offering a suite of services such as messaging, social networking, financial transactions, e-commerce shopping, videos, and more. X can infer cancellation, death, or even sexual content, but it also means cross, like cross country or railroad crossing. Maybe X is supposed to mean the crossing of all forms of content. I don't know, I'm just trying to come up with a reasoning here for the name. As for the logo, it's not that it's a bad logo, but it's actually just a Unicode. I asked ChatGPT to summarize a Unicode as if I was 5 so I can explain it to you guys easier, and it told me this: Unicode is like a big magic book that helps computers understand and share all of the different letters, numbers, and symbols from all of the languages around the world, so we can talk and play together no matter where we're from. So essentially, characters on a keyboard. I'm not going to get into the technicalities of what a Unicode is, but you can literally copy and paste the character. Now, this kind of makes sense when you listen to what the company has said about the future of X, that it is going to be powered by AI. AI currently, as we know it, is used heavily to generate text. So I guess it's appropriate in that sense. That could be a way it's tied into AI. I doubt they thought that deeply about it, though, to be honest with you. In the end, though, the X logo is nowhere near as iconic as the Twitter bird, but it's important to consider that we haven't seen the full picture yet. A good logo is important, but it's nowhere near as important as the service that you provide, and that part is still to be seen. If you want to create your own logos using shapes, the way that iconic brands such as Apple, Google, Firefox, and Twitter have, then check out this video where we drop the pen tool and start using the Pathfinder and Shape Builder tools to build your logos. I will see you guys over there.